mean,
They do seem to think the world is going to end.
so it's not like us escaping is gonna do much.
Well, don't be too quick to throw in the towel. We shall see what
Well,
happens.
obviously that's not going to happen because that story doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it would be
However,
very
from
dissatisfying.
the characters' points of view, we must distrust these cultists.
Yeah, pretty much. As
Also,
far as you
hello.
know, you gotta do it, or who knows what'll happen.
Oops, join second.
Oh, it was I sharing my
Oh, you rejoined.
screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Sheen screen share.
Yes. I need additional desk space. I've got laptops over here. I've got phones and papers over here. I need like just a wheelie large semicircle desk or something. You excited?
Yeah. I'm probably just going to be building in Minecraft in the background
I see.
while we
Alright.
play. So.
Sounds good. Hey, Light.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Just took a nap?
No,
Hopefully.
I wish.
Oh. From what I remember, your time zone is central?
No,
No, it's now.
Oh.
it's almost 8.
Yep, same here. Oh yeah, I forgot you're...
Wait, my 8 or your 8?
I'm on real people time.
True.
I've got a lot more nerves than usual for this one because there's
That's
so
never good.
many ways this could possibly go.
Oh dear.
There's a lot of forces at play here, and I couldn't possibly be prepared for most of them. So, yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Most, not even all of them, just most. You can't be prepared for most of them.
Yeah, I mean, I've prepared for the most likely scenario, but only enough to make me feel a little better about myself. Not to the point where I'm actually ready. Oh boy. How was y'all's week? Or 2 weeks, actually, I guess.
It's fine.
It's very tiring. Speaking of weeks, I'm going on a 3-week vacation in August.
Oh no.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Okay.
it's very cash money. But basically, if I was doing my math right, we're gonna have session the 25th, that's fine. But then the 8th, I'm gone, and the 22nd.
Dang. Okay. Well,
We can just double up on 1 week.
Because
Wait,
after
what?
after that I'm done with work too, so like I can go later.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'd actually prefer to do it earlier and end
Oh,
earlier,
yeah.
but that's just me. Hey, Ray. Welcome. We could probably
Sorry,
do
I got busy.
at least one session without you. I don't know if we would want to like have a 2-week gap in between one and then.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Thanks for the heads up.
I don't like to play D&D while I'm on vacation because I rarely get to see these people as is.
Gotcha.
We also don't want you to play D&D while you're on vacation.
Yeah.
I would want to play D&D when I'm on vacation. That's how
I mean,
relax.
I sometimes run one shots while I'm on vacation, but anything more than that, I'm like,
I see. Ray, are you gonna be streaming? Just if, or
Yes, I'm trying to bring it up now.
Sounds good.
Oh, my brain just had a fart. What am I doing?
D&D.
Yep.
Thank
You're
you.
going to put up the little border thing, the little frame that you made that has my character's name misspelled.
How is it
and-
misspelled? I spelled it from the what EJ put
There.
in chat.
Yeah, but EJ misspelled it too.
Sorry.
EJ!
It's Kuizeth, right?
I'll recheck. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. That's why I didn't say anything.
Wow.
I looked at it before and I was like, I feel like that's misspelled, but I just didn't say anything because I didn't care enough to check.
Mm-hmm.
I am echoey. I think it's light.
It's probably my end again. Give me a second.
All good.
Yeah, I think my problem is I had your character
Hello.
name correct in some of my notes, but then in other parts of my notes, like on the first session, I noted down, okay, he wants it to be pronounced like this, so I wrote it down phonetically so that it would be easiest for me to be able to go, oh, that's Kuizeth,
It
and
didn't even
I would
use
know how
the
to
real
pronounce
phonetic alphabet, though.
I think I read dictionaries for a living.
You think he knows how to read?
Ouch. Hi, Kat. Welcome.
Kit Kat.
Are you audible?
She's muted.
I see. She is not audible then. There goes my question. You guys ready to conclude a fight that's been a year and a half in the doing?
Absolutely.
Oh boy. Is it too dark for you guys, by the way, on the screen? I turned down
It can't be too dark. I'm here.
You're right.
True.
I reduced the brightness a little bit because, you know, it was sewers or whatever. But it's very hard to tell where things are a little bit sometimes, depending on the angle. So just want to make sure we can still tell what's going on.
Wait, what's even happening?
When we last left off, Ananias and Carmen were dressed in the cultist robes. Ananias, obviously, but Carmen had put on the disguise of a cultist after they...
I wasn't asking for the actual D&D. I feel like you can do that once Ray starts streaming. Unless he has started streaming.
I'm live right now.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome.
Cool.
Continue.
So, Ananias and Carmen were both in cultist robes trying to escort Mama Swizzle and Kuizeth out of the room. They were like, oh, we're going to bring them to the execution storage room that we always use. You know, the one that's just down the hall out of view, conveniently away from everyone. Yeah, we're going to just take them there and execute them up real good. And just kind of started taking initiative and dragging these two bird brains away. Some of these cultists are helping to, you know, restrain Kuizeth, who is violently lashing out and causing chaos. He's currently bound in in ropes, excuse me, but his beak is still free to bite at people. He's being held by 3 cultists in addition to Carmen, I believe. Yeah, Carmen is here and along with 3 cultists.
Is there anyone holding my neck, or is it
not at this
just
point?
Like my head? Okay, so like I
Yeah.
have full
neck mobility, yes.
neck mobility. Yeah.
Yes, and in our last session, if you recall, Carmen and Ananias took out two cultists that were in the storage room over here, while everyone else was still kind of filing down the halls and all crowding to get into the sacrificial chamber, which is now being utilized by the offering, quote-unquote, that's been expedited in the process and is now going off earlier than was expected. So people are all kind of shuffling into the room, like a horde of people are kind of blocking the entrance, all crowding their way in as the whirring and undulating from this mysterious silver power source grows stronger, and the black table with glassy finish with red runes spreading across it glows and shakes evermore. The 2 Dragonborns are being dragged closer to it by a telekinetic force from Antera, the leader of the cult, and they seem rather helpless to resist. One of them's knocked out, the other is still conscious and kind of struggling against her force as he's levitated through the air, and he cries out, lost my notes, misplaced them, sorry.
Cries out, "Roar, XD!"
I founded this movement! You can't do this to me! But she pays him no mind, simply focusing on moving these two
Dang.
Dragonborn closer to probably, you would assume, their end. The cultists are all kind of chanting and excitedly watching as they expect the end of the world approaching. The unknown ravens onslaught to unite the planes of existence and kill everyone or something. Unclear exactly. Apparently everyone believes something slightly different, something about a meteor, which I've watched back some of the sessions. Pretty sure I never said that. Pretty sure that's just something Kat made up, but I don't know. Kat, are you here, by the way? I
Be
just want to
fair,
make sure we
her
can hear you if
religion.
you're here. Yeah, true.
Sorry, what just happened? I just got back.
Oh,
You created a meteor in your fiction that's going to come when the cult wins.
it's fine. It's good enough. Another thing I noticed is Carmen definitely used all of her lay on hands a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
So
no,
we,
Did I?
yeah, you definitely used it
I
previously.
don't know why
so
it was still there then.
it
I guess I never-
wasn't when I looked at your character sheet.
It
Somehow
was there when I looked though.
it must have desynced somehow. I don't know. Technology.
Okay.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. So let's just say Mama Swizzle was healed by a different unknown force,
Lay on
which
foot.
will be explained in like 20 sessions, which actually fits in perfectly with a plan I already had for a reveal way, way, way later. So just don't question it for now. But yeah, she still got healed and didn't instantly die. But, you know, no more lay on hands is left to
Okay,
Carmen.
yep.
Everyone's still low on spell slots and abilities except Ananias, who's, you know, still vibing, still a part of this cult, and is trying to lead Mama Swizzle out, forcing her down this hallway, but there's so many people in the way, it's very difficult for really any progress to be made. If you really want to get technical about some of the details, these two people right here were kind of shocked by the fact that the two Dragonborns, I'm getting a little bit of echo by the way, were the two Dragonborn guards
They'll
were
see.
grasped and started being dragged right past him. They don't seem like they're totally on board with it. The rest of the cultists were kind of frozen in fear, not really sure what to do, but Qzeth has kind of convinced these two that maybe this isn't the right thing to do. They're very, you know, kind of hesitant, but not sure. Like, they're not necessarily acting out, but they don't seem on board with sacrificing their own at this point. And the rumbling increases with the mysterious sliced piece of obelisk or whatever that is cracking the ground, shaking the earth, and causing large fissures to begin opening up across the chamber of the sewers and causing pebbles and rocks to begin falling from the ceiling, just by bit by bit, but it's a dangerous situation. Initiative order, as we last left it, is forgotten once again, so we're going to start with Mama Swizzle. What would you like to do, if anything?
Wasn't I being carried away by Ananias?
Not carried, but you are, like, restrained and being moved by Ananias, yes.
Well, I'd like to struggle against her to try to save one of those Dragonborn.
We already
the Dragonborn
did a strength check. That was the last thing we did, was a strength check against each other, and
Was
I
it?
won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that is correct, but it is your turn,
Okay.
so you can do it again
All
if you'd
the
like to break free.
lamos trying to run away won all the strength checks. You and me, Ray, were just trying to be good, and we were prevented from it.
The
Ugh.
poor
You're not
birds.
being good. You're gonna get yourself killed. That's just as bad.
You're hollow
That's still
bones.
murder.
Good.
I'd like to struggle again to try to save the Dragonborn.
Okay.
I mean,
There's only so much you'll be able to accomplish with your tiny stature, but sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me strength, and Ananias,
I
you can
rolled
contest
a
that.
16 minus 115.
I got 17 plus, where's my strength? Plus 2.
Dang you, Ananias!
So,
I mean, it was a little unfair to re-roll it as well, so it's kind of, you know.
yeah, I mean, whenever
Do
we...
y'all hear my cool dice effect that I have IRL?
I did.
Can you hear that?
I
Yeah,
did not.
I did
I
not.
heard it.
What the heck did I do?
Everybody else must have you turned down.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
I
It's just-
actually had her at 200%. I'm turning her down because it was hurting my ears.
I'm so sorry, AJ.
No, it's my bad. Okay. So,
Well-
Mama Swizzle, you are still restrained. That was your action. You can't
Yeah.
really use your movement. Anything you can do with your bonus action? Oh.
I was yelling out,
You You just roboted for me the same way as what happened with me, shouting
Yeah.
the Antera thing. The
Oh my gosh.
Timing.
that was hilarious. Meanwhile, Antera is just kind of crying out.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Fuck.
Whoa, language. What happened? Did your stream break?
Sorry. Yeah, my stream broke. I've been having internet issues the last week.
It's no fun.
I thought the guy coming over to fix my internet would fix it, but apparently he didn't.
Gotcha. Ooh, I hear a classic movie ad for Coke.
Exactly.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna carry on so you can
Yeah,
pick up your
go
stream
ahead.
as you go. QZeth, you're up, according to the previous initiative order.
Yes, I would be. So I've already tried to struggle.
You've tried to bite at them a couple times, yep.
Tried to bite. It was I'm trying to remember because I had my what I was going to do next planned, and then I forgot.
Okay.
Ugh.
Next time, don't do that.
If you'd like, you can hold your action and we can come back to you, because...
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna have much more time to do what I wanted to.
Okay.
So I might as well try and do something now.
Well,
Because we're walking away.
yes, but one more twist is yet to come.
Okay.
So,
Well,
it's up to you.
I guess I'll hold the action, even though I feel like I'm just giving up at this point.
Okay, doke. Ananias and Carmen, do you guys want to take your turn as one or separately?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking out.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
There are just a flood of people, cultists, trying to get into the sacrifice chamber, and
I'm not concerned. I'm trying to take these prisoners away
so you're gonna
to the
like
sacrifice room.
elbow your way through, just force your way through this crowd, even though
Be like,
Should
"Excuse
I?
me,
I can wait till
excuse
they
me,
pass
pardon me."
through me. I can wait.
you'll be waiting a while. I mean, at least
Oh,
6
okay, then
seconds,
yeah, I'll
because
just walk through.
we're still in kind of
I feel
combat
like between
order.
the two of us, we're very broad. We could be very broad-shouldered individuals and push through.
Yeah. Is that a strength check I'm hearing?
Yes, but also, like, there's a bunch of them, and there's a bunch of you. Very tight hallway.
I'm
Sure,
pretty
yeah,
strong.
yeah.
Yes,
Go
so
ahead
am I.
and both of you roll me strength.
Okay, give
A
me 1
check or a
second.
saving throw.
Just a check because you're trying to
You haven't
non-violently
died yet. to
wrestle your
try
way
and
through.
get
14.
the hallway.
Okay.
There we go. That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you guys managed to force your way. Actually, I guess you're also trying to maneuver these two birds, so it's more difficult. But you managed to make some progress
Pretty
down the
light. We have
hallway,
light bones.
and one of the cultists grabs your arm, Ananias, and he goes, "What are you doing? The sacrifice is coming right now. You have to be here, or you'll miss it. You can't afford to leave."
I thought he was gonna say, "What are you doing in my swamp?" Just with the voice.
No, he is not Shrek.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
we can't afford to let them interfere.
Then kill them here!
I'd really rather not die.
If I get a vote in this situation.
We can't kill these unclean creatures on this holy
But I-
ground.
Could I use my action now to bite the throat of this guy?
If you want to.
I feel like
Wow,
that
that's
would,
aggressive.
that would stop him from trying to convince them to kill us.
Oh boy. So he says, kill them, and you say, no, you.
No, you.
He has
I'm
an
sure
Uno
that'll
reverse cock up
de-escalate
his
things.
sleeve, and that's when he's activating it.
Yeah, if you want to roll an
You've
attack.
activated the trap card.
Do you have
Um,
disadvantage automatically when you're restrained, grappled, or no?
Yes. Yes.
Not with my neck. I mean, it depends on what is
Okay,
grappled.
is
If-
his neck grappled? 'Cause
I'm,
I thought it
I'm
was
going
just
by
his
D&D
arms.
rules, not by...
Somebody is holding my foot. That
You're
means
going
that
by
I can't
D&D
swing the
rules,
sword.
not
Oh no,
logic?
I'm
Okay.
This is
grappled.
home-
To be fair,
this
there
is
are
why
3 people
D&D
grabbing
rules are
him. One would
horrible.
probably try to grab his neck as well, but sure, whatever.
But you had already stated that there wasn't anyone holding my neck.
I had.
These are fools. I've
They
already
are
Yes,
tried-
that's
able
true.
to grab since you've
Yeah,
revealed
but
that
then
strategy
that would
multiple
be
times.
my mid attack. So like, if I miss on this, then you would say, oh, because they grabbed your neck.
I'm willing to do it without disadvantage because you've already got so many disadvantages anyway. Doesn't really matter to me.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
That's a.
But to be fair, we are breaking the
12.
rules, so whatever.
I don't know why Carmen.
12
It's
to
not,
hit.
there's no rules, EJ. This is your campaign.
12 to
I rolled
hit.
I rolled strength, so I was told to roll strength.
I was rolling to hit.
Carmen rolled? What Carmen
I
roll?
remember you asked me to roll the strength check to push through the.
Yes, yeah, that was a
Yeah.
16.
Oh,
right, you said?
it just didn't appear before for me for some
That's
reason.
weird.
Oh, gotcha.
Well,
Anyway,
I've been tabbed out.
sure, I'll be generous. Qzeth, you nip at this guy. Roll your damage.
Being generous if he has an AC, that's okay. Okay,
I mean, he wasn't expecting it. You're right in front of him.
5 damage, which kind of makes sense.
Gotcha. Is that including your bonus attack thing as well?
I'm not using my bonus attack.
Gotcha. Okay, so you nip at him, and I'd say you get him like right in the nose. You might see just the tiniest spurt of blood in the torchlight.
Only
as
tiny? The nose bleeds a lot.
he's got a cloak that's kind of in his face
I
and
mean,
absorbs
only if you
things,
see
blocks
pretty
it.
anime girls does the nose bleed a lot.
Why are we
Listen,
arguing with
I'm right
everything?
here, pumpkin.
Gotta make some progress here. Okay, so Qzeth attacks. This guy gets damaged a little bit. He falls backward into the crowd, who kind of is so tight that they kind of just catch him and raise him back up, and he just angrily reaches for a dagger and tries to stab at Qzeth. Because
Now
now...
I use deflect. Wait, no, that's on missile.
Do you have any key points left, or is that just the thing you can do without key points?
No, deflecting is something I can do without key points, I believe.
Cool.
But there's another one where I can like use it. I have to check in my full on actions and stuff.
Hellish Rebuke. I actually haven't been hit yet, so I haven't been able to Hellish Rebuke anyone, so it's kind of rough.
Yeah, well, you're currently not an enemy to anyone, really. You're on their side.
About ready to stab Qzeth, TBH.
What if Carmen and
You die.
Ananias just went off and did their own thing?
Okay. This guy stabs you with a small dagger, doing 4 damage to you.
What did he roll the hit?
Yes. He rolled
What was it?
natural 17 plus...
That doesn't. Oh,
plus
plus what? Plus what? Plus what?
3.
Okay.
Your
okay.
AC is only 18, right?
It is. It is.
Okay. That's what I was checking.
But I mean, if it wasn't 18, isn't that not enough? You have to do more.
What?
I thought
What?
you had to
Are you
go
dumb?
higher. No. Okay.
No, the AC
mean,
is
that
what
is
you
just
have
an answer.
to what you have to meet in order to
I
break.
thought you had to exceed.
No. That is
Okay.
that is something that I had to learn at one point, though. No worries. Okay, so, with all of your turns having gone, now it is time for the twist I mentioned.
How much
And-
damage did you say again? 5?
I said 4, I believe?
Okay.
In a flash of light
What?
and a
Oh,
puff
no,
of
I'm
smoke...
not pushing anyone.
Hey!
She literally just flashed me.
Oh,
The 2 spellcasters that you guys had previously, or Qzeth had just barely freed and they teleported away, now appear once again in the room, unbound, weapons drawn, and back to back facing the chaos they see in the room. One is already preparing some kind of shielding enchantment, and the other seems to be wielding a staff ready to absolutely lay some fire into somebody. They quickly take a quick glance around to see the fire, the earthquaking, the chaos, the dragonborn, and the 2 birds being escorted away. One of them quickly dashes over towards the birds and tries to get close. The other tries to hold it or watch his back. That is all they do at this current moment. But they are here and risking their lives, it seems, to try to save the one who rescued them. Okie dokie. At this point, the Dragonborn are very close to their destination, and Antera starts to, you know, weave
Agree.
a wicked monologue or something. Gathered are we from far and wide to break apart the great divide! And just mumbo jumbo, such as that. The cultists begin to chant along with her, not paying too much attention to the people on this side, because they're so distracted by the immense glowing and shaking and chaos that begins to permeate everyone's ears, and the bright glowing making it difficult to see what's on the other side of the room. The ones over here are obviously shocked by the sudden interlopers and do not attack them yet. Yeah. Okay, back up to Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle! Okay. So, since Mama Swizzle couldn't break from Ananias, Mama Swizzle would like to use each hand to try and grab that Dragonborn.
Yep, okay. You're barely in range to do that. What would you... You're just trying to pull them back with as much force as you can generate?
Yes.
Okay.
Strength check, or what's up?
No. Not really.
No? Alright.
The spell just takes effect and slows him a little bit. You see a small little bird-shaped hand kind of grabbing onto his ankle, slowing him very slightly. Not, you know what I mean. Like a
Yeah,
taloned, a
No, I
taloned
don't.
hand.
That's why I need you to explain.
Okay.
Exactly. What color is it? How large is it?
It's a glowing blue spectral hand, the same size and shape as Mama Swizzle's. It's got little talons and feathers.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I
Can't
thought
go
it was
hands.
going to be like a tiny little bird flapping really hard to pull it back. That's what I was imagining in my head.
That's adorable, but no.
It was bird shape.
Alright,
Uh,
and that is your action, Mama Swizzle. Qzeth, you're now kind of being attacked, and this man looks like he's got murder in it. Well, you can't see his eyes, but you would assume he's got murder in his eyes as he's trying to lay you out here and now, cooking your goose, as it were. But there are two spellcasters now, one of which is trying to, like, grab you and free you, it seems. He seems to be charging some kind of attack.
Are my allies going to release me, or do they have to wait for their turn to do that?
They can release you at any time, I'm gonna say, just for simplicity.
I mean, if Carmen has hands on him, they're kind of like it's kind of like a very fake, like, yeah, I'm holding him too, sort
Okay.
of. Because there's 3 other people holding this guy, she doesn't totally need to hold him.
Okay, well, Qzeth wants to do some monk stuff. He's going to want to try and get the people who are holding him other than Carmen, and Ananias isn't holding me, right? Yeah, get get them into like some hold or
Oh.
something. Somehow like
try
box
to-
them into. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Judo
try and like
or something?
get out of my hold and like get them into a pin instead.
Okay. They've got your arms tied, but your wings are still free. You might be able to just kind of flap your way back out. I'm
was
willing
just
to let you
imagining wrapping
just
my
do a-
neck around them.
yeah, go ahead and do a
but
grapple
just like push them
check.
off of me or something. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll one more grapple check.
There's no check for grapple. Do you want just strength?
Yes, that's what a grapple check is.
18 total.
Okay. Yeah. You flap your wings really hard and push against these 3 guys who have been surprised by the interloper behind them, and you manage to break a small opening in their once impenetrable wall of people.
Nice. Are there
There
any?
are so many people in this tiny, tiny area. It makes me sad. I can barely tell what's happening.
Are there any daggers or anything?
Oh, there's a dagger
Um,
in this guy's hand who's trying to stab you, I guess.
That's true. He did try and stab me.
Mhm.
Because I meant like on the ground that had been dropped or anything.
Let's see. Where's the
I
nearest
would
guy
like
who
to
fell?
cut my ropes. I would like not to be bound anymore.
I don't think there would be any daggers on the ground at this point. Sorry.
Okay.
Closest thing might be Carmen's sword if she's still holding that in her hand.
Yeah, still holding it. Well, no, I don't think she's holding it. I think it's under the cloak, so it's not drawing unneeded attention.
Yeah. I don't imagine that people had many weapons out at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean,
you're
also,
free.
I don't really have
Got
any
opening.
more action that I can do. So
Yep. You could, if you wanted to, run and with movement, but you'd probably get opportunity attacked.
I mean, could I lunge at the person who has the dagger out? But like,
you could lunge
that
at
would
them,
be more
but
of an attack.
yeah, you can't actually do anything to them. You just
Yeah.
go
So
towards them.
I'm just gonna kind of like stay there and kind of like, I'm going to bunker with my wings.
Gotcha. Okay, Ananias. A goose
Hi.
is very angry and has flapped and freed itself and is now hissing at everyone around him.
Which goose?
The one that
Me
was
goose.
him.
There's only one goose.
Me goose then? Okay.
What would you like to do?
Yeah.
You see the spellcasters arrive once more behind you. You know that Antera will likely be more excited about sacrificing them than her Dragonborn boys. So, I don't know if that changes anything about your strategy.
Oh, it doesn't. I'm trying to get what's his name out.
Mama Swizzle?
Yeah.
And Kuzith?
I'm
Okay.
trying to get out of here. Nobody changed my mind. I'm still making my way through the downtown.
Okie dokie. You continue, like, forcing your way past after the chaos with, you know, a man getting stabbed and is now trying to kill people. People are more kind of jostling against each other and just trying to get out of your way, more so than trying to do anything. They're just trying to get into the room as quickly as possible. Not really stopping you at this point, other than the fact that there's just too many people in this area. So you make some more progress down the hall.
Legitness.
Yep. Carmen, how about you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Do it.
Could I just be the most annoying roadblock possible for like all of these other guys trying to squeeze their way into the room? Like it's like I'm just trying to squeeze, and it's like you know that thing where like you're in a hallway and you both keep moving the same way, but like it's me with my super big bulky like frame, and like I'm blocking like 3 people at once, and I just keep mirroring them. And it's just like, no, come on, you gotta go to my, you gotta go to my right. No, not your right, my, no, that's a left. Did you ever learn your rights from your lefts?
Oh, it's reverse when you're looking at me.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like lowering her voice a little bit too, so it's like not obvious.
Yeah, with the rumbling and the bird screeching and the spell casting, it's really hard to hear if you're not being very loud and clear. So I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because it's already so crowded. There's just so many people in this tiny space. There's maybe some people still getting through, but you're doing a good job of being annoying. Yeah. That is you. We are now up to everyone else. The 60 people I gotta control. Send help. And Tara notices the sudden change and releases her grip on the 2 Dragonborn who fall to the ground, slumping in a heap. The black Dragonborn in black armor turns immediately towards Antera with rage in his eyes, still grasping his weapon and turning it towards her, whereas she seems more interested in trying to cast some kind of spell on these spellcasters. Spellcaster was already ready for this, and just straight up cast Fireball right at Antera. In a giant
Always have fireball.
blast of flame. Here, let's see if I can even... That was terrible. I expected something more. I thought there was a... There we go. It's purple. Purple fire. Why not? And a blast of fire that encompasses this this whole 20-foot radius area, I think it is.
Nice.
It just blasts all of these cultists and anyone within the vicinity goes down other than Antera. There's too many options for this. Let's just chuck these people to the side and say they're no more. And this Dragonborn
Be gone
also...
to the Shadow Realm.
He's also hit in the blast and stumbles backward, taking the full damage, it seems. He's looking pretty hurt, but he's somehow still standing. Standing over the corpse of his friend.
Yeah.
And Tara just
Same-
kind of
same thing.
stands there, wreathed in flame, looking down at her flaming clothing, and quickly pats it out with a magical blast of air, and glares daggers at these spellcasters. The other spellcaster fights his way through the crowd just enough to... well, actually, he sees that Qzeth is free now. He's gonna... Let's see what options he has. 1 second. He's gonna try to see what he can do to get to Mama Swizzle. Oh. Never mind, he's got range. Mama Swizzle, you feel a warmth come about you, and suddenly you feel, just as when you're transforming with your wild shape, you feel the same kind of warmth come about you, spreading from your shoulders and proceeding to the rest of you, and your body shrinks from that of a large, full-scale Kenku down to a tiny little sparrow, and you're just kind of flitting, hovering in midair, finding yourself no longer grasped by Ananias. And you're small enough to dart in and out of the rooms and escape if you want to, or kamikaze into someone. You've been transformed by some kind of strange magic as this wizard's holding out his hand towards you, and then he tries to take a step back towards his ally. The cultists at this point have recovered from their shock and are drawing weapons once again. They're kind of crowding towards the couple, trying to subdue them once again. But the couple looks like they're prepared for this, and they are not excited. Back up to Mama Swizzle. What would you like to do as your new bird form? Is that Mama
Oh, it's so
Swizzle in
sweet.
sparrow language?
Sparrow Swizzle
Jack
would like
Sparrow.
to go straight for the witch and peck her eyes out.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah!
Cinderella.
Really just doing bird things.
That's so cash money of you.
Go ahead and roll me an
That's
attack.
the
His
most cash
cash.
money thing I've heard all day.
Well, apparently I'm not used to my bird size. What is my additions to add?
I'm gonna say
Forgotten.
it's a +4. Why not?
+4? Okay, well, still, I doubt I hit. That's a 9.
Yeah, that does not hit. But you swarm around her head as she's already distracted by trying to put out her fire, and suddenly she's just got a bird, like, flapping in her eyes and attacking her. She's kind of shielding at her face, trying to swat you away, but so far unsuccessfully, as you're just being a right pain. We'll see if you manage to peck her eyes out next time. And then, we're up to Qzeth. You are within range of these spellcasters to be able to get back to back to back with them and try to form a wall. Alternately, you could, do whatever else you want. Everyone's just kind of in everyone's melee range at this point, so I wouldn't make
I
you
mean,
take an
I'm just
opportunity
gonna
attack for
start
that.
punching things.
Yeah,
Punching
sure.
and clawing, yeah. Just gonna claw at the 2 closest cult members that are to me.
Okay. That'd probably be this one and this one, one of which was...
Neither would give me an attack of opportunity after I slash at one, right?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, they're literally side by side, so yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I will roll my attack and then my bonus attack.
Okie dokie.
Wow, a 24 to hit.
What? That hits.
That damage is 6. A little bit lamer than a 24.
Oh, I forgot your arms are still restrained. Are you using your beak still?
Oh, dang. Yeah, I guess I have to.
Okay. Sure. Why not? I guess technically you shouldn't get your bonus attack action then as a result, but I'll still allow it.
Counts as a melee. Teeth are melee.
Sure. Yes,
I
so
mean, we
how
could
much...
also just undo the damage because I forgot that I wasn't grabbing the knife first. I meant to grab the knife first. I just forgot. So we can just say, oh, I'm not attacking yet because I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, okay. So are you just
It's not
turning
like
around
we
then?
moved on from my turn.
Are you
Yeah,
just turning
no,
around?
I wanna try and grab the knife with my beak from the guy and cut myself free.
Sure. Roll me strength.
Yes.
Or dex. Your choice. Whichever
Oh,
you
dex?
feel like is better.
Dex for sure.
Oof. He
I
rolled
know
well.
you rolled a 3 and then I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 2.
You rolled twice?
No, the first time was I clicked strength. The second
Ah.
time was I clicked dex. So it's a 6 total.
Yeah, that's unfortunately insufficient. You grab the
I have a
handle, just
+4 to
barely
dex
nipping at the
range.
leather handle of the dagger, but he manages to wrench it free, kind of shaking his fingers, and he's going to try to stab you once again. He misses. In the chaos and the jostling, he swings wide just over your head and doesn't manage to hit you at all. Other cultists, however, are following suit. This one's unarmed, but he's just going to try to punch you in the face. He hits for... Let's see, how much is his strength? He hits for 2 damage.
Okay.
And the other ones... Probably only 2 others would be able to hit you without knocking over their friends. So we will see what they do. One of them does not manage to hit you at all, and the other one wasn't trying to hit you. So, yeah, you're safe.
Okay.
And there's a lot more though. Okay. Sorry, is it? Yeah, it was your turn. So it's Ananias and Carmen's turn before I really need to resolve the turns of the rest of the cultists. My bad. Ananias and Carmen, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna just look at Carmen for a second and see what Carmen's doing.
She is still like just blocking them. She's obviously just like it looks like she's stuck as they keep messing up how to get through this little hallway.
You know what? I'm gonna start a fight. I'm gonna start pushing and shoving now.
But since you all look the same, no one's gonna be able to figure out who did it.
Exactly.
I love this.
Oh no, okay.
And so we're all gonna start
Let's
punching each
start
other is the goal.
Okay. So you just push a random guy?
Yeah.
But like
Yeah, sure.
stealthily.
But I do it sneakily so that like I push him really hard, but I'm like still facing the way I was facing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just a...
It's like when a cat like looks away from you and like to shove something off a desk.
I hate that.
Go ahead and roll me stealth, I guess? Would be the main
okay,
thing.
Let me see that.
How hard are you pushing? Like, as hard as you possibly can?
Oh, the dice on this website's really slow. Maybe I should roll normal. Give it like a good 30 seconds because I accidentally used the stealth online version.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taken its sweet time. So 16?
Is what you rolled? Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very difficult for anyone to even tell, you know, who pushed, let alone why they pushed, considering the close quarters and the jostling and the fighting and the rumbling and the earthquaking and everyone just generally being in chaos. So you push a guy, he like stumbles and trips, falls over to the side in the group of people. Let's just see if I can make him fall over easily. Maybe. Aha! Knockdown! That's what I was looking for earlier. Very cool. Okay, and I can't get out of that menu now. This is a good day. Wow.
I got a grilled cheese. It's a good day.
Carmen, you're still standing there?
Yeah,
s-
yeah.
So does it, after being knocked down, do people like react at all? Like, do I be like, "Hey, who pushed?" or something like that?
I
Or is
mean,
it just this guy gets knocked down?
I honestly, I don't think anyone really notices or cares. He's just kind of getting trampled now, as people are still getting by. He's trying to get up. People are still trying to move. I mean, he might turn in anger to whoever pushed him, but everyone's really pushing on everyone at this point.
She might try to push back and be like, "Hey, you can't knock him down!" Like, push her way through the crowd to like help this guy up,
He's...
and be like, "Who pushed him?"
So you're just gonna force your way through the crowd, knocking even more people over? And
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
Why is that unfortunate?
This is very funny.
How on earth is that unfortunate?
Because
EJ,
of...
we're just creating a bottleneck. Why are you so upset?
Oh, no, that's not the problem. The problem is the wizard was about to cast Burning Hands on this whole squad of cultists that are all in this hallway, like
Oh, they can
shooting fish in a
hurt me, it's
barrel.
fine.
Okay, it'll hurt
yeah, I'll be
Ananias
okay.
too. Yeah.
I
mean, they
literally,
probably figured that these were cultists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Murderous
you
is
know?
cultists.
I have
That is why he's...
24 hit points left. It's fine.
Yep. Okay. So, we're back up to the way too many people that I have to deal with.
Yay.
I'm just gonna roll some attacks behind the scenes for the wizard and the cultist attacking, well, the wizard and his wife, I guess. You see a flurry of blades and flashes of blood as the cultists draw weapons and begin kind of stabbing at these people. One's trying to subdue them with some ropes left over from the previous times they were tied up.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
frightened. And the wizard, or the woman, quickly whirls around with her staff, kind of creating this small, semi-transparent blue shield between the wizard and his attackers, kind of keeping him safe from the majority of the damage, but you can still tell that he's been hurt. And meanwhile, he is kind of reaching, like fighting his way through the crowd, just barely reaching over Qzith's head and showing his hands in a gesture, just barely enough to cast Burning Hands at this entire group of cultists. Oh boy. Let's
What?
see. Everyone...
So is it a saving throw?
Yes, everyone must make a dexterity saving throw, which there's so little foot room, it's very difficult, but yeah.
Including me?
No, you're far away. You're over
Okay.
here.
I
So, yeah.
failed.
Just making sure.
Okay, what'd you get?
I failed.
Understandable. Ananias, how
It
about
says
you?
QZ got a 23. Mine's still rolling because I'm using the online one.
Ah, may not want to do that if you have physical dice available to you.
16.
I do.
Okay.
But
QZ,
Ananias rolled a 16.
cool. Good to know. So, Ananias, you only take half of this damage.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay. Alright. That is... I can't do math right now. That is 15 damage, but Ananias, you only take half. And
So 6
Carmen, you take the
or
full...
7.
I take the whole amount.
I think you usually round up, but because it's a player, I'll round down.
Cool.
So you take 7.
That did a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take 7 damage.
That's okay.
I'm all good.
Where's the guy that... Yeah, okay, the guy that had a knife that, what's his face? QZ already bit. That guy goes down. He just gets
Nice.
blasted in the face, just right searing heat
Free
in his
knives.
face, in his, hood. Point blank fire blasting straight through his hood. You just see his head disintegrate as fire shoots out the back of his head and hitting pretty much everyone else in this group, lighting some robes on fire, knocking some hoods up and over their heads, generally causing confusion
Well,
and
he's
hitting
knocking them up.
everyone except the last couple of guys in the back here. lots of fire, lots of pain. People are just kind of falling over themselves backward as they try to escape. But yes, the guy who had a knife is now no longer in action.
Lifeless.
Yes.
Knifeless.
And lifeless.
Yeah.
That's my favorite guy from How to Train Your Dragon.
3rd degree burns for everyone. My favorite.
Yummy.
And Tara is going to try to swat at you, Mama Swizzle.
No, no SWAT.
She unfortunately does not manage to, or I mean, fortunately for you.
1 second. I'm having someone yell in my house.
Wee, I love yelling. Okay, we'll resolve that in a
EJ, you're so chaotic.
moment then. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. This dragon, sensing his opportunity, is going to try to use his breath weapon at Antera.
Oh, that took my breath away.
Okay, 30-foot line of acid. Yay! Which means I need Mom Swizzle to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe. Yep. Fun times. Okie dokie. And Tara definitely fails it. As she's currently being distracted, and suddenly just a wall of acid shoots from this black dragonborn's mouth as, with a guttural noise, he kind of shoots a spewing blast of black
Sorry about that.
and green bile. Hey, hi, Ray, welcome back. The Dragonborn that got angry at Antera is currently trying to blast his breath weapon of acid upon you and her. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Okay. It looks like I'm actually decent at dexterity.
Nice.
+6, actually. Wow.
Very nice.
18 +6. Yeah, I think I dodged that one.
Yeah, you still take a bit of damage from the splash, but
All right.
it'll be... Oh, that's probably still enough to knock you out of your...
My bird form? Yes,
Yeah.
it definitely is because I looked it up. All small birds have 1 hit point.
Yep. So you take... Yikes. I rolled the worst for you, worst possible. You take 6 damage. This is halved already.
Dang.
And that knocks you out of your bird form. Weren't you at 1 hit point with your normal form as well?
Remember she did lay on foot on me, and then you said you were going to
Yes.
change that?
But she healed you for 10 points of health when you were already at 1 hit point, so you went up to 11, then you got damaged for 10 hit points, so you were back down to 1, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
You are
In
correct.
the other form.
You
Some-
roboted real bad. What'd you say?
In the other form, and then something knocked me up. I still had... how much did you just take from me? 6? So
6 damage. So one.
I still had 14 health after all that.
Okay. Sure. I'll accept it. Yeah, so you end up with 9 health total after that.
8.
8? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, one point gets absorbed by the sparrow form.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
was
so it
not
gets
aware.
reduced. Yep.
There we go. Got it.
Okie dokie. So yeah, the Dragonborn just spews black and green bile upon both of you,
Ugh.
and then a giant fissure opens up in the ground between Antera and him, kind of separating them by a large chasm opening up in the ground as the table continues to grow even more unstable. It seems like the the silver spheroid ellipse, whatever it is beginning to rotate and vibrate with an extreme velocity. You begin to hear a large, like, high-frequency humming emanating from it as it performs some unknown function.
Oh, the 3D circle is moving.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure it's illegal.
what did I call it? Capsule? I think I called it a capsule. Yeah,
That's
whatever.
a 3D
That
circle.
makes me feel like we're on a gotcha machine, though. We're gonna pull like a little capsule prize out of the claw machine.
No.
Get a cute little prize.
Yeah, the prize you get is death.
I feel like you're taking the wrong capsules.
Yeah. You
Stay
should get
out
the
of
you should get the
stay
fun
out of
little
mom's
one.
medicine cabinet.
Okay. The wizard looks like he's trying to put his hand on you, Qzeth, as though he's like ready to do the same kind of teleport thing that they did to escape, as though he's trying to get you out of here. Just FYI. that is the turn of everyone else wrapped up. I'm just going to say, I think I might have missed a few. Maybe some cultists over here are noticing the chaos and are coming over to help. Maybe some others are, running in fear with flaming robes currently. The roof is beginning to crack even more unstably. A giant boulder just kind of falls and lands right in the center of the room at this point, right next to the corpse of one of the fallen members. And that is it for now. QZ, or Mama Swizzle, actually, it is your turn now, I believe.
Okay, so as he sprayed acid on me, I transform back into my normal form and I slide across the floor while screaming out, "Mama Swizzle!"
Okay.
And I would like to use hideous laughter on the witch.
Okay. What do I need to roll for that?
So
That's very on the nose. Get it? On the nose?
Because she's a witch?
Yeah, and they have big noses.
Creature of
and
your
they're
choice
big
with the
long.
range perceives everything as hilarious and funny and falls into a fit of laughter. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated, unable to stand up for a duration.
Okay.
Creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less is unaffected.
What's the DC? Like, what is your wisdom modifier
Wisdom
back then?
14.
Okay. You see Antera suddenly begin doubling over in laughter as she begins rolling on her back, just cackling with an insane, probably laggy Discord noise and awful echoey robotics, the whole 9 yards, and begins just laughing with a hideous shriek that echoes and reverberates even across the loud collapsing room noises. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to do with your bonus action or movement?
Smile.
Mama Swizzle would like to make her way behind the altar so as not to catch the attention of any more occultists.
Okay. Behind from what angle?
Wait, are those cultists around it?
Yeah. All except the ones that are currently dead from fire.
Okay. How about she just makes her way over to the dragon?
The dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Dragon.
Dragonborn. I see.
Yes,
Okay.
the dragon.
So yeah,
Dragon.
you hobble your way over to the dragon. There's a 5-foot chasm, like a large gorge abyss just into the ground between you, but you can probably vault over it even with your old bones, at least until it widens. Would you like to jump over it or just kind of stand your ground?
Can I use my rapier as a vaulting pole?
Sure.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. So you're jumping over it?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me dex.
You're
Well,
about to get dex.
Plus 3 is 15.
15? Okay, yeah, that's fine. You vault over the abyss and make it, right beside the Dragonborn. He just kind of looks at you, sizing you up. He's unsure whether he wants to attack you or, what your intentions are.
Kiss you, so many options.
He is on guard. He's got
Lost in
his
your
sword
eyes.
kind of pointed at you, but he sees an opportunity with Antera, prone on the ground, laughing hysterically. He seems more interested in that than you.
It's
Wouldn't it
about
be
my turn.
hysterically?
Okie dokie. So, are you remaining within 5 feet of him, or are you...
Yeah,
want
I'm
to stay
staying
farther
there
away than
next
that?
to him.
Okay, sounds good. Qzeth, you're up. So
I'm
many
being
people.
teleported away, I believe.
If you allow it, alternately, if you really want to make sure that this Dragonborn doesn't get sacrificed, you can still do whatever it was you wanted to do last time. It's up to you.
to like too hard put because I do want to escape eventually alive. But the sacrifice is still going on. Can I just try and cut myself free now? Actually, no. This is what I want to do. They're on fire still, right?
Many of them are patting out the flames on their garments.
Okay, but the guy who died is on fire still, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to rush over there, grab his knife, and hopefully burn off the ropes on my hands as I do that.
That's such a goose thing to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
It'll probably
I want to-
burn your wrists if
That
you're
is
gonna do
fine.
that. Your feathers and all that. All right. But yeah, you're
You can't
I
fly
bas-
anyways.
yeah, but
So
his hands are different than his wings.
yeah. I will need my hands eventually.
Catch these
But
hands.
no, instead of like struggling to like cut open the rope and stuff, I'm just gonna try and like burn them off, and then kind of like
So you're holding your hands in fire for the turn. Is essentially your plan.
well, I'm gonna get them going on fire and then charge in and
Flaming
just-
fists of fury.
Flaming fists, exactly. I want to do
Yeah,
fire damage.
Third degree burns.
I want to do
Oh,
fire
boy.
damage, EJ.
All right, I'll make you take damage too. Just FYI.
I understand.
All right, sounds good. So you shove your hands in fire. You take 1 point of fire damage. Why one?
And 1
You're
point of
lucky.
inspiration if this works. Obviously.
Sure. I mean, what exactly is it that you're trying to
I'm
do?
going to charge at the cultist leader who's doing the teleport thing, the ritual.
Okay. Brave man. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's your turn, Ananias. You are still in
Yeah?
this group.
Lemon time.
Are you
Yeah,
officially
I'm trying
turning
to
against
shove my way through them, as I have been the whole time.
trying to get out or trying to get in now? You don't have
No,
someone to escort.
trying to get out. I've been working my way over this whole time.
Okay. Well, in that case, you're out at this point. You're free to do whatever you want. But your
I-
cults.
If they don't want saving,
Do you
I'm
still
not saving them.
believe? Do you still believe in your cults? Because, you know, whatever you believe is happening in there.
I am also gonna shove my way out with Ananias.
Okay.
Is it happening in
are
there?
you?
Because to me, it looks like it's not really happening in there.
It's happening there, one way or another.
It
Something's
doesn't look
happening.
like it's happening.
Sure.
That-
All right.
that's
I mean,
so
there's a
girl
lot of
boss of you.
there's a lot of heads to look over. Okay, so Carmen is giving up her position as roadblock as she's kind of.
I feel like I'm
Moving
still
her
being
way
a
through.
roadblock. It's just further up the pipeline.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're still being annoying.
I don't think I ever stopped.
Gotcha. Just holding back as many people as possible as you're
It's more of
fighting
I'm
against.
I'm trying to
the grain.
part the Red Sea by walking through everyone, and it's up to you if you get out of my way.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Most of them have probably chosen
Moses
not to.
who?
Okay. These ones have put themselves out and are just upset. They're kind of peeking cautiously around the corner to make sure no more fire blasts them in the face. But they're
Have them roll to pout.
no. And that is all the players. So this
Yay, we
wizard-
won D&D.
you dodged out of the way of this wizard's hand who wanted to teleport you, so now he's kind of looking for something new to do. He's gonna shout at you, quick, let's get out of here! And try to... There's so many people right here.
There's feathers in my ears. I can't hear.
Why
ears,
was he
can't hear.
holding his hands in fire for? That doesn't look smart. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Thunder wave's a bad idea.
My hands are on fire. I can't hear.
Oh dear.
One of my favorite magic items is the Ring of the Grammarian that lets you like change how spells work, and it can change Thunder Wave into Thunder Dave. And I always wanted to know what Thunder Dave would cast.
What is Thunder Dave?
I don't know.
Exactly.
If you have a person in your party named Dave, it will literally make his voice so loud it deafens everyone around.
There's also the spell that's ruined this guy's day in particular, where if anyone in the world casts it within a minute of each other, it strikes the same target until they die.
Oh man.
So if like 8 wizards cast the same spell within a minute, it just keeps striking the same target over and over again.
Oh dear.
Anywhere in the world.
Nice.
Okay.
And what is it? Just always the same target, even if they're trying to
No,
specify
so-
different targets?
So if you specify a target, and no one else has cast a spell within a minute, it hits your target. But if anyone else casts a spell within a minute, it hits that target that you specified.
So even if they tried to specify something
Yup.
different,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, I really want to do this spell on this person. Here, I'll just cast it. But then, conveniently, 55 seconds ago, somebody else casted it on their other person. So you don't even,
Yeah.
it doesn't even work on your guy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But when
Yeah,
it works,
That's
question.
ridiculous.
Can you tell if it works or not? Or do you have to
I
be
mean,
like
if-
around the dude? Like-
I mean, your lightning bolt just doesn't go off. That's how you know.
You're right, you're right.
So
At least
what?
it stops when they die. You'll get through the.
No.
log the
It
list
just
eventually.
continues desecrating their corpse, actually.
That would be hilarious because then, like, you know that those wizards would just never stop, and like you would never be able to use the spell on the person who you want to use the spell on because that one corpse would just continuously be being desecrated.
It's not your fault if they die, it's the other wizard's fault.
It's true.
So the
As a
wizard.
dark wizard, I know this.
The wizard tries to cast some kind of very powerful magic, releasing it outward in multiple directions. And you see 5 darts of magical energy leave his palms and circle through the air like that same purpley blast you saw earlier. And it strikes several of these cultists that are currently crowding in around him, knocking most of them down. Then you see the woman try to dart off in the direction of Mama Swizzle after a quick cursory look over her shoulder. One of these cultists tries to swipe at her and manages to clip her leg with a mace, causing her to stumble. But
Clip that.
she runs towards Mama Swizzle, getting within 10 feet. One moment.
One Mississippi.
She gets within 10 feet of you, Mama Swizzle, and stops. She holds out her hand to you, saying, "Come, little bird, let's get out of here while we still can."
I'm trying to point at
Mommy?
the
Right,
dragon.
Mommy?
Swizzle? Sorry, Swizzle? Sorry.
I'm pointing at the dragon. Oh, I just had a brain fart. Dragon
Born?
born. Thank you. I'm trying to point at the dragonborn as I'm trying to show a begging motion.
What do you want, little bird?
Mama Swizzle, I say with my hands, or wings put together in a prayer motion.
Is
and
he your
then I
friend? I can save him too. She'll
I
step
nod
closer.
yes.
She'll step closer, and now knowing that this dragonborn is your friend, she will cast Tiny Hut, which creates this impenetrable barrier of magic, slightly glowing blue, and it surrounds the 4 of you, including the dragonborn who's laying on the ground unconscious. But it excludes, crucially, everyone else in the area. Is there anyone else we need, other than your bird friend?
Can I see
How does Mama Swizzle
Ananias?
express that?
Can I see Ananias and
No, you can't. There's
Armin.
too many people in the way, and there's
Oh,
too much
gas.
chaos over here.
well,
Plus,
I-
they're
I
also
just
literally dressed the same as all the other cultists in that hallway.
I shake my head and shrug.
All right then, we'll take that as is. And that is.
So
her
I
turn.
would have heard that though as well, right?
She is yelling over the sounds of everything. So you roll me perception.
Okay, perception. While I'm burning my hands.
So disadvantage.
Burning my hands.
All right, that's 13.
You make out some of the words. You hear that she's asking, "Is there anyone else?" or something, but that's all you catch.
Okay, but I am trapped inside of the dome thing with them, right?
No, the dome is
No,
only
I am out of it. Okay.
yeah, the dome is only 10 feet in
Realize.
diameter and is surrounding
Yeah,
this
I'm-
little
I'm-
area.
I'm beyond it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I continue to make the cultist leader very angry and on fire. Hopefully.
Okay, so you're gonna bonus action disengage, or not bonus action. Can monks disengage as bonus action?
Not me.
Okay, so you have to use your full action to disengage it unless you want to be absolutely pummeled by so many people, and you just dash honking all the
I mean,
way.
I had already tried to get there. Last move.
Well, you used your last move to burn your hands, so.
No, I was going. I
the
went
maximum
to go
you-
and burn my hands. Unless you're thinking like that the rope was going to take forever to start to burn.
Okay, if you wanted to light your ropes on fire, sit there for a
I just
second,
wanted
and
to
then start
to
moving,
light
you
it on
can.
fire and then start running while they're burning.
Okay, but you still would be in
I
range
wouldn't
of
get that
opportunity
far.
attacks if you left their range. So either you take the opportunity attacks on that turn, or you have to move now.
Well, I mean, I would have to take them now because we didn't do them last turn.
Well, it depends on how far you wanted to go last turn. Did you want to stay here, or like around here, within range?
What I'm more of saying is that last turn is over now, so I'm gonna roll them now no matter what. So
Well,
I
you
might
can
as
still
well just say
you
that
can
we
still
start running now.
disengage to avoid them. Are you wanting to do that, or save your action to actually do an attack?
No, I want to save it to do an attack. I mean, I've been getting bad luck, so we'll just
Okay.
push it.
We'll see what happens. Go ahead and... Actually, I guess you don't roll anything.
No.
The dice gods have smiled upon you.
I knew they would.
The one who had a mace and tried to swipe at this woman, his mace bounces off her heel and just kind of flies out of his hand. So as he's trying to swing it at you, he just completely misses. Weapon is gone. He is disarmed and very sad. This one who tries to swipe at you also utterly misses. He just kind of gets hit in the face by your wing as you're flapping, trying to move as quickly as possible. A third one just
Spits out feathers.
he almost clips you, but just kind of slices off a couple of feathers and achieves no more than that. And a final one actually manages to connect with a small glaive and only does 4 damage to you.
4 damage.
That is actually
Not
not at
doing
all.
too hot.
That is not at all how glaives work. I'm sorry. I said a small glaive and I had to improvise what a small glaive is. Wow, okay. Yep. So you're
Room star.
you made it as far as you want to go. You can make it to Antera.
Awesome. Punch her.
She's prone. You have advantage on all attacks. Are you punching her in the
punch her.
eyes? Okay. You
I
her.
punch her in the chest so that her clothes lights on fire. I want to do fire damage, EJ.
You want to stay on fire?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
carrying the burning ropes with me.
Okay. Let me roll the fire damage. That's 2 fire damage to you. And...
So I'm on 1 HP.
And
She can-
apparently, the dice gods have smiled upon you. I've just been doing a d6 for the fire damage. 5 fire damage to her, and only 2 fire damage to you. How this makes sense, I don't know. I'm gonna say with really big calluses on your
She
hands.
has much more to burn.
You're a monk. I don't know. So you're just...
Because she took damage, she can roll another saving throw for hideous laughter.
Thank you.
But also, I was also punching her.
She got a 7.
So like, do I want to roll more than fire damage? Do I want to roll an unarmed strike as well?
Well, you already rolled that, didn't you? Or am I
No, I
stupid?
hadn't.
Okay. Well, yeah.
had-
Obviously, yes. Do your attack.
Did you just ask if you're stupid?
Yes.
What?
I asked if I was.
Do you want an answer?
Yes.
I rolled
Mhm.
a 15 to hit.
Okay, you are not stupid.
Thank you.
I rolled
Okay,
a
you're
15 to hit.
Do you get your bonus action as well? That hits, by the way.
I feel like that would be my bonus action if I had to already move that much of a distance.
No, that's 30 feet,
Okay.
so that's doable.
Well, anyway,
30 feet-ish.
6 damage with the punch. And then yes, I would be able to do Fury of Blows, or not Fury of Blows, just my unarmed strike section.
Okay. And what's the damage on that second one, or hit on that second one?
Well, hit on that is 21, so that would hit,
That hits.
and 5 damage.
Cool. And because you're hitting twice, I'll roll fire damage again. Once
So I
again,
imagine it's something like I grab their shirt with the burning ropes, so that's how they get the most of the fire damage, and then I'm like punching them in the face with my other hand.
nice. You see that your flaming fists of fury, you're kind of patting out the embers as you do this, but you in total have dealt 10 fire damage to her, just lighting her robes on fire more than they already were from the fireball, reigniting the old ashes and kind of spurring that flame on to greater heights as you're just punching her in the chest and abdomen. Somehow she still finds this as absolutely hilarious until your final punch, at which point the air seems to get knocked out of her lungs and she goes and turns to you with eyes that burn with hatred. She seems enraged. Ananias,
Oh no, she's
You're
a
up.
barbarian.
All right. I assume me and Carmen are out of combat, so I'm just gonna gesture to her, and I'm gonna start running towards the storage area.
Yeah, I'm absolutely following.
Okay. Since you're, out of combat temporarily, we can just say you keep going for a bit if you want. What do you want to do over here?
We are gonna take the exit.
Yeah, there's an exit in here.
Oh, okay.
We
So you're
established it
leaving.
last session.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this. So yeah, you know
Yeah,
the way.
it was
Ananias.
you, EJ, who we established it with. So
Mm-hmm.
I like how
there-
Kat and I both remember there's an exit in the storage
EJ, the
room.
DM, who
No,
planned
I-
this entire place.
I know
was
there's
like,
exits. I just didn't remember telling you about where they were or anything. Or I didn't remember you establishing that you were going to take an exit.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
wanted to stay while leaving.
So you guys begin leaving, just sprinting. I'm honestly surprised because Ananias, I thought you were really excited about your whole cult thing. Anyway, back to the chaos unfolding over here. This wizard just turns in utter confusion to the bird who he was trying to rescue, who has now run past him and is trying to beat on the old lady. And he tries to run the same way, trying to, get to him. He's also going to take some attacks of opportunity here.
He'll be fine.
That's the second nat one in a row. Okay, well, this poor guy, just in twinning to the guy on this side, he also just trips and falls on his face. He's temporarily knocked down because he's stupid and it's dark and there's earthquakes and a giant crevice is opening up below him, I guess, and his foot falls into it.
I mean,
His leg gets
blame
pinned.
him.
He falls over. He's very sad. The rumbling continues. The boulders continue falling from the ceiling. It seems like this entire chamber is getting close to collapsing. A couple other attacks do connect with him as he's leaving, and one tries to cling to his back, but he shakes it off as he runs. Luckily, he seems like a not completely weak spellcaster, not one who only relies on his spells, but actually has just a +1 in his strength, as it were, rather than a -4. Anyway, so the wizard tries to run up to you and is like, "What is
I kill
going
a cat.
on here? What the devil are you doing? We need to go!" He shouts at you. If you want to respond, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. He kind of watches your back now, facing off against this cultist and the other cultist. Within this bubble that has now been created, the Dragonborn kind of looks angrily at it and looks at you, Mama Swizzle, and the lady. The lady doesn't seem hostile to him, so he's kind of, shiftedly looking you two up and down, and he tries to take one large stride over the chasm and out of the protective bubble, noticing that he can pass through it without harm. So he just kind of steps beyond the barrier and begins striding towards Antera, with murderous intent.
What about the chasm?
Yeah, he just steps over it. He's a big Dragonborn guy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it is growing wider. So now it's maybe 7 feet as he's stepping over. It grows larger and wider, it's becoming an unsafe location. And as you're standing beside this whirring something or other, it's kind of beginning to make you feel like your chest is being vibrated, like, you know, that feeling when there's a big change in pressure or an explosion or something. It's that kind of poof hits you right in the chest, and it's that vibration that just continues going repeatedly as you're near this thing. Whatever it's doing, it seems like it's reaching a crescendo. The frequency in your ears is growing louder as well. The cultists are kind of nervous at this point, not knowing whether, you know, a sacrifice is, you know, actually happening, and wondering if this is going to kill them all instead of actually going well. Chaos is unfolding. There are screams of terror, murdering, death, destruction. Nobody knows what's happening, including me.
And that's why I left.
Yep.
Yeah, deuces.
Okay, so back up to Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle. Okay, so I'm inside the
You're inside the
house.
bubble. Yep.
Before the guy moves outside the house, is it possible for me to try to stop him? Like I get in front of him and I'm like begging him, Mama Swizzle, Mama Swizzle.
Yeah, you can, since you could just, it's the same thing as an opportunity attack. You can do whatever you want to before he leaves your range. He's basically standing right in front of the chasm, which is why you had to get beside him rather than directly in front of him. So if you stood in front of him, you would fall. But if you want, you can just kind of like cling onto his chest and like come with him.
Mama Swizzle's a Klingon?
You don't even watch Star Wars.
That's Star Trek.
That's not Star Wars.
Star Trek. You don't even watch Star Trek. You do watch Star Wars, though.
I've watched Star Trek.
Yeah, I'll cling on to his leg, and I'm begging him, Mama Swizzle, while I use Druidcraft to try to calm him down using a pleasant scent.
Just gonna
Mama
say
Swizzle
right
with
now,
a
there are
pleasant scent.
so many other sensory effects happening, like rumbling and crashing and all this kind of stuff. Smells ain't gonna do much. But he notices you clinging to his leg, and he's just kind of like, "Argh!" He doesn't even bother like saying anything. He's got a sword in his hand, and he's just kind of trying to kick you off as he goes. If you want, you can try to roll me persuasion or communication. What are you trying to convince him to do?
I'm trying to convince him not to go.
I see. Okay, I mean,
I'm trying to save his life, so
you can roll me persuasion.
persuasion. All right, what is my persuasion? Oh, goodness gracious. 16.
Okay. What's your modifier?
My modifier is -1.
Ah, okay. He is not convinced in that case.
Damn it! Darn it!
Yeah, he seems hesitant, but he continues on his murderous rampage. That is your action. Technically, I guess
Yes.
you still got movement, but whatever, or bonus action. Nah, you've cast your craft. Okay, Qzeth, you are
Yes.
wailing on this lady, and you see out of the corner of your eye, to your right, a Dragonborn is coming up with a sword. Seems like he's also intending to stab her.
I'm just gonna let him, but mostly I'm just going to like grab.
Oh wait, she didn't get a turn, did she? After breaking free of her.
She's dying. She doesn't deserve a turn.
Well, you saw her eyes like glow with fury and turn black, like fully glazing over with
Yeah, that's what everybody does before they die. Right?
EJ, that me feel scared.
Light, can you remind me, when someone stands up from being prone, does that trigger an
Half
opportunity
their
attack?
movement.
I knew that, but does it trigger an opportunity attack?
No, it just takes half their movement.
Gotcha. Okay. She stands, and she is...
Bows.
Oh boy, what is she going to do?
Die.
Anything that she does to me will kill me, so.
No, it won't. It'll just leave you
Yes,
to make
on
some.
death saves, I'm aware.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
I like making funny memes, posting them in chat.
She
You are the memes.
is...
Very
Okay, I'm
meaningful.
canceled.
It is very meaningful.
She's going to raise her arms, and you see black ooze kind of flow off of her arms as they spread out, and it flies forward and onto
He's
the ground.
not like other girls.
Wow.
Starting from a point about here-ish, you see spreading a black corruption across the ground, almost like the Skulk in Minecraft, I guess. And it covers an area 20 foot square in this area,
That's
which
a lot of feet.
is enough to encompass, some of the cultists' area in addition to you, QZ. It just barely misses, I would say. Well, actually, angles are a thing. Yeah, okay. It encompasses everyone in front of her, essentially, other than the people in the protective barrier, which includes this woman and the other Dragonborn. But writhing, squirming black tentacles, looking like they're drenched in oil, reach up from the ground and begin attacking, slicing, grabbing at everyone they can see, including her own people, who are
Golly
unfortunate
gosh,
enough
golly
to be
gee.
in this range. Let's see here. Technically, nothing happens to you yet, but she is going to try to
She's
step.
still laughing.
She's going to step back and retreat. Is she? No, she stopped laughing.
Oh, she's still?
Yep,
Okay.
she broke free of that last turn, which is how she's
Alright.
able to move. You get an opportunity attack on her as she
Oh, do
moves
I?
out of. No, QZeth does.
Do it,
Okay,
QC.
nice. I was just gonna. I mean, it's her turn. Yeah, I mean, I'll try and claw at her and like bring her back down. I guess since I was still bullying her.
Roll me your attack with advantage.
Okay. Oh, a critical success on the first.
Yes!
Oh.
Should I roll again to see if I
wow.
get a second critical success? I did not, but it's okay because it was advantage anyway.
Okay, so you're trying to drag her back down, like grapple
Trying
hold?
to like,
or
well,
just
because
hit
I
her?
assumed that she was like very injured, so like QZ's mind was like, I'm gonna like claw at her leg. To,
She
like,
does look pretty
have
hurt.
her come back down. So yeah, I was trying to like basically tear out her leg muscles, like.
Oh,
Hey, I've done that.
ouch. Yeah, I will say you succeed. You grab a hold of her calf as she's turning to leave, and with your sharp beak teeth, as Kat
It
always
also
likes to
was
point
max
out.
damage
Why
on
does she have
that,
a cow
so it's,
with her?
I rolled an 8 for damage.
Yeah, so you just kind of grab into her calf, and it like tears away from the bone as she's trying to walk forward. She lets loose
Oh,
a
it's so
shriek
quick.
of pain, and okay. She keeps her concentration on the spell, unfortunately, but she definitely stumbles and kind of falls forward, scraping her hands on the pavement, the cobblestones, as her leg just is turned into a gory mess behind her. QZ, you just have a chunk of meat hanging from your bloody beak.
And I eat it to heal.
Oh my gosh! That's not quite that
I
far.
can handle the hunger. It's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
And with that, yeah, so we were trying to do your turn before I realized she hadn't got a turn, right? So I think it's now your actual turn.
Yeah,
QZ.
now that it's my actual turn.
And
I'm just
now
going
I
to,
need you to make a dexterity saving throw. as these
Oh,
tentacles kind of
joy.
reach up from the ground and try to like slither around your webbed feet.
14 total.
Hang on, I need to check her.
That's better than average. Come on.
It is better than average, but I need to check her modifier because I am stupid and bad
I
at
feel like
life.
it's gonna be 15.
Oh, you're not stupid.
You're not stupid.
Thank you, thank you.
And I hate it when you say you are. It
I'm
makes me angry.
sorry. Okay, I self-deprecate as a way to fill the time while I'm trying to remember the name of the person. Okay.
Ananias is angry. Don't like it when Ananias is angry.
Which modifier is it though? That's so strange. Oh, I see. Now I get it. Okay. The modifier. Yeah. You're good. You
Oh, thank
managed to
goodness.
break free, yeah. And yeah, that would have knocked you down.
Yes,
you
yes,
you
it
hit it
would've.
exactly, just FYI.
Good.
You
Good.
hit the AC exactly. Or the DC. Sorry.
Mhm.
The wizard is also going to roll. He is not so lucky. You see these tentacles kind of reach down and pull him down to the ground, and he cries out in
Aw,
pain.
He was my escape.
He is. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess for you, these cultists also are getting grabbed by these, and they're kind of being pulled to the ground, crying out in pain as you see these tentacles kind of grab into them, and their robes begin to melt away a little bit where these tentacles touch them. Seems like it's causing them some kind of damage and pain. The woman who's in her bubble of safety just kind of looks at the chaos in panic and calls out, "Come over here! Let's get out of here! I don't know how long this thing is gonna last."
Okay.
She
Well,
doesn't
I'm
even know her
gonna
own spell.
then try and grab the other.
No. She was talking
math-
about the whatever it is that's going to explode or
Oh,
tear a hole in the fabric of reality or something.
It won't last that long.
Anyway, my turn ready now.
Yes. Yeah, you can do whatever
Okay.
you want to now.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and grab the other magic user that has been tentacled and bring them over to the one who's in the protective barrier.
Sure, roll me
Do I need to
strength.
stab tentacles?
No, but if
Good.
you just grab him and try to pull him, you can.
Oh, 19.
That's enough. Okay, it is difficult terrain in this area now. Luckily, you still have enough movement to make it to the edge of the chasm, which is still widening. It's about 10 feet wide at this point, a chasm between you and the protective barrier where the woman is, and the floor on both sides is writhing with these tentacles.
Nice.
So, let me just check. Oh. Sorry, everything's fine. Okay. Yeah, so you make it to the edge of the chasm. You can try to jump, but it'll be more difficult as a result of the tentacles.
I mean,
Do you want to? I mean, the wizard also could.
yeah,
Help you
that's
out
what I was
something.
trying to think of, like how the wizard could help.
Okay. By the
Feels
way,
like
as you're
I
approaching,
am-
you feel the same thing Mama Swizzle does with the like beating in your chest. It seems like whatever this thing is, it's probably gonna do whatever it's gonna do in seconds.
Yeah, I guess we just have to jump.
Okay, Mama Swizzle, you're still holding on to
I
this
look
guy's
to the
leg.
magic user and say, "You first."
He nods to you, understandingly. Mama Swizzle, QZ's just kind of passed right by you, going the opposite direction. Do you want to change course and go with him? Do you want to stay where you are? What's your plan?
I'm dragging my feet across the rough terrain, trying to stop this dragon
Gotcha.
thorn.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Ananias and Carmen, you're out of the fight. You're still running along the passageways far enough to where you could probably find a path up to the surface if you would like.
Yeah, I'm ripping off my cloak before we do that.
Okay.
Whoa,
Okay, I
stripping in
take her
D&D.
cloak. I take her cloak and I put it in my satchel, and the whole time, I'm crying, and I
Aw.
start audibly crying.
Oh, which kind of voice?
Aw, she just wanted the end of the world.
Honestly, I think Carmen's just gonna like loop an arm through Ananias's arm and just say, "We need to keep moving."
And then skip
And now,
down the orbit
I'm
road.
crying, and you know, it's just a standard run-of-the-mill cry. You wouldn't be able to know, who it's from. Maybe like a 14-year-old pubescent boy. We're gonna say that's probably a good
Over, like,
middle ground
Xbox
where she's
Live?
sounding. On Xbox Live, it sounds like
It's got the scratchy mic
dad-
quality.
it sounds like my dad has just threatened to unplug the TV because I didn't clean my room, and I am absolutely losing it. My whole life has been destroyed, so I'm like
And
sobbing,
you just
now
got
I'm like,
killed. You just got spawn killed like 3 times in a row.
yeah, and so I'm putting my weight. I'm putting
Oh my
my weight
gosh.
on Carmen.
Wow.
But also, it's she's crying in Italian. Just
Yeah, in Spanish.
yeah, crying in Spanish. You can't tell the difference, but in the subtitles it says in Spanish.
Cries in Spanish. Oh boy. Okay. Awesome. So with that, Antera is fallen once again. She's fallen. And,
Can't get up.
Get up.
yep. She notices the Dragonborn stepping towards her with murderous intent, and he just, without hesitation, drives his sword directly into her heart, and she sputters and gasps, crying out,
I will be reborn
Roll
with
off
the
it.
wings of night folding around me.
she coughs up a bit of blood, and with that, she seems to stop struggling, just kind of watching, turning her head to the side as the whatever it is reaches, its final crescendo. Mama Swizzle, what did you say you wanted to do again? I forgot. Did you move? Did you stay?
I said I was just dragging my feet on the ground, trying to keep him from dying.
Gotcha. Okay. And Qzeth, you are still beside the wizard, and you've given him, you told him to.
I want him to lead the way, and I kind of like, at first like I was grabbing him to like pull him out of the tentacles, but now I'm leaning most of my weight onto him because I don't have much strength left, I imagine.
Gotcha. The wizard just loops his elbow around your scrawny neck, puts his hand on your chest, and he just says, "We'll get out of here." And he gestures to the woman across the gorge from him, and he casts a spell. You suddenly feel yourself kind of get yanked backward as you fly, with a brief momentary lapse of not being able to see anything, and then you appear in the town square above, where you previously were in the sewers. The streets are crumbling. There are giant chasms and gaps opening up in the street. You see off to your right the probably what would be the mayor's house, just kind of crumbling and falling apart. It seems to be at the epicenter of whatever this explosion is that's happening underground. Craig the Beholder is kind of floating around just outside, going "Har, har, 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 har," and he's trying to use his eye beam to blast away down into the sewers below to help out. A moment later, you see the woman and the unconscious Dragonborn appear beside you, as though they've teleported out to safety as well. Mama Swizzle, you just see the 4 of them disappear. They're not down here anymore, and you're not sure. You're not sure where they've gone, but they've apparently left you with what? Because they had no other choice. Why is this wizard not leaving this area? Very sad. Anyway.
Try not for that wizard.
And now it seems the time has come. So, Mama Swizzle, you are the only one to bear witness as the shining
Mama Swizzle will
blue,
be the only one to see.
the shining blue, whatever it is, just kind of explodes outward into 1,000 pieces of blue light, You can't even see the remain of the silver anymore.
Is there kinetic force to this explosion?
Yes. I mean,
While I'm watching it, my beak is wide open and my tongue's flapping.
flop it. Yeah, so in slow motion, your tongue is just kind of flapping behind you like a dog with its head stuck out the window as this giant force of blue and red light flies outward from the center, and just before it hits you, it kind of coalesces inward once again like a collapsing star, merging into what looks like a crack in reality, which slowly opens, revealing just a glimpse into some dark, unknown plane beyond. You hear a voice, calm, echoing, female, but otherworldly and strange. Shadar-kai? You foolish mortals attempt to unravel fabrics you can't possibly understand. You try to puncture the armor at the strongest place instead of a chink. Your offering is appreciated, but I need more than... And then she's cut off as the still vibrating and exploding terror and reality explodes outward once again, knocking every single cultist down, shattering the ceiling completely, and dropping a gigantic rock slide, which quickly completely just buries you, Mama Swizzle, and everyone else in this chamber. The Dragonborn who is beside you tries to just reach one arm over you, as though he was trying to protect you in some way. Let me see here.
Oh, I knew he'd turn good if I kept on trying to save him.
You can see him cast some kind of spell, as though he's trying to protect himself. You, not sure, really, as this giant rock slide is occurring, and just in a gigantic explosion with a unfathomable sound, your hearing just completely goes numb, and you're hearing nothing but a like the shell-shocked
Flashbang
ring
sound.
of tinnitus. Yeah. You cannot hear anything. All your senses are overwhelmed. Rocks fall. Mama Swizzle, you take... You take 84 points of bludgeoning damage as everything goes dark. And with that, we shall leave this part for later, because we do not need a visual aid anymore. Everyone else, you see the as Carmen and Ananias are reaching the surface, you see you're exiting one of the entrances of the tunnel, and you can see in the distance just a flash of light, circular in nature, just kind of emanating from a point, and then it dissipates, and you hear a large crunch as some buildings fall into a giant pit somewhere in the distance towards the center of town. You're not sure exactly what happened, but it seems like it certainly happened. And yeah, maybe that's a good point to call it for the night.
I think that's a very good place to call it.
What are we calling it?
That's awesome.
Ananias perception.
Fred.
Ananias is...
That was very cool, very cool.
Yeah, I was going to say Antera's dead, for sure. Oh, well, GG, guys. That was fun. Next time on D&D.
The fact that we made it out mostly okay.
Only emotionally
Everybody
damaged,
lived.
you know.
Everybody lived. So I mean.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Mama Swizzle is very
Mama
smooshed.
Swizzle can't die.
Hey, someone remembers
I think it's
the
just
character
written into
introductions.
the lore that Mama Swizzle can't die.
It's plot armor.
Yeah.
If you die, will that kill your prince too?
So if I die, the prince does not die. But if the prince dies, then I die.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
that's a one-way gimmick.
Yeah, no, she's a bodyguard.
But
it's
the
her
problem
job
is
to die for him.
Yeah, but if you do die, then the other kingdom will just assume he's dead too, which also would suck.
No, they wouldn't know that. Oh, you mean my kingdom?
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely. Which is why she's out doing this, Because if they think he's dead at all, they're gonna raise the earth trying to get him back, and no one wants that.
Sounds epic.
Yeah, you guys really do be taking princes from kingdoms with slightly unstable monarchies at the moment.
Yikes. Did you guys have fun?
I had
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of
Yeah, that's
fun.
pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yay,
That
I'm
was
glad.
pretty PogChamp, my guy.
So how many of you remember Mama Swizzle's curse? Not being
Okay.
able to die.
They actually remembered.
I know, right? Pumpkin remembers everything. He's a walking encyclopedia of information.
Sometimes.
I
Or,
remember
like,
things
I
when
just
it's
know that
funny.
Mama Swizzle can't die, because in my heart she can't.
In your heart.
It's true.
You came very close to death too there, Pump.
I'm still on 1 HP.
Yeah, if anyone
Holy
breathes on
cow.
you, you'll be down.
Yep. No,
I'm gonna
I mean,
go over and breathe on him.
Qzeth was just full on pushing it as soon as he saw the wizards come back. He was like,
He said, "I
Alright.
am suicidal."
"All right."
He's like, time to
Because
go full monk.
in my mind, it was like, okay, we're about to escape. I can just go down, and then they can heal me after we escape. So I was just like, get me down to 0. I'm gonna do everything I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you could also have an instant death, so you have to be careful for that.
It would have to get to my turn first.
Meanwhile, Ananias and Carmen are just like, we're leaving.
That is not necessarily true. What if they freaking pulled out the hand of Vecna, Nathan? You would be dead so quick.
Oh yeah, our level 3 characters are gonna see the hand of
It would be so
That
much
happened
faster.
in my last campaign, but
What?
in our defense, it was our fault. So
Who's
so we had it
throwing around
coming.
the hand of Vecna like it's a toy?
listen. We weren't forced to run into the hand of Vecna. It just happened to happen that way.
Oh. The
It-
DM could have
it's-
said
it's
at
a
any
good-
time no.
It's a long story, and it was not a campaign I was running. But he was also confused. The DM was also confused on how we managed this to happen.
Okay, hey guys.
Anyway, if I died, then Brock would have taken my place and it
Yes,
would have been much better.
Brock!
I would have been super excited for that, but
Oh,
you know.
what
either
a
way.
hero. I love Brock.
Well, thank you guys so
Who's
much for
Brock?
playing. I had a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
thought we were going to get to more than just the fight. I thought the fight was going to be over quicker, but I guess
We
introducing...
love
Figure it
dragging
out.
things out, EJ.
Well, no. I mean, it was honestly my fault for putting so many people in a room. To be fair, I didn't expect Mama Swizzle to start a combat with them, but here we are a year and a half later. Now it's finally done. We can see what else happens.
Mama Swizzle has no regard for her life because of
Yeah.
her situation.
Yep.
She
I feel
doesn't
like
need to
Carmen
worry
and
about
Head's
it.
like, I've aged about a year and a half since we started this combat.
Only a year and a half? No, she's aged in real time.
Oh, no.
With us.
She kind of looks at her hands. What has happened?
Mama Swizzle, you
Wrinkles
still
are
feel
starting
all
to
that pain,
form on her
though.
brow.
Yeah.
New gray
Just a
hairs
couple
that
gray
weren't
hairs.
previously there.
Crushed under all those rocks.
She's like, gasp, something must have happened to the prince.
Alright, I'm gonna head off. Thank you for a great session.
Of course,
Talk
thank
to
you
you
for
all
being great
later.
players. It's always nice.
Bye.
Oh, you're so sweet. He called me great.
You are great. You're
I
breathtaking.
love you, EJ.
Aw,
What?
thanks. Love you
I'm
too.
gonna totally take your breath. I'm gonna asphyxiate you.
Oh, dang.
Here.
Breathing, please.
Okay, you may breathe.
Thank
I'll
you.
allow it. That was good. You did well that session.
Thank you. As opposed to the others?
The others. I didn't read it like that silly.
Alrighty, well, that's all I had. Any other closing?
Yeah, I have a
We
closing
can-
comment.
Yeah, I can tell you what Brock is.
Yeah, the other day Michaela sneezed, and about half a second later she heard you sneeze.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that
That's
message.
all.
It was funny.
And I've been thinking about it. I think y'all
Really?
are connected. Yeah, by like space
Brock
and time.
sneezes.
Yeah, by sneezes.
We're connected by blood.
Technically not anymore because I think all of your blood in your body has replaced itself. Because it does that about every 7 years.
Yes, they'll have
That
to
is
become blood
not what I meant.
siblings again.
Man, we gotta keep up those blood brother cult gatherings. Yep.
Just
What's
prick
gonna
your
happen to
finger,
your
it's
room
fine.
while you're
Every 7
when you're not
years,
in
you
your
have
room,
to slit
EJ?
your finger and mix it with your partner.
Well, McKay talked
Gonna be the
about
guest room.
taking my room and moving into it when I am gone.
If
But
she does that, I can move into her room.
if you want, maybe. But this room has a lot of ants all of a sudden, just like so many ants pouring in through the windowsills, in the bathroom, just everywhere. Ants constantly. I find them on me in my bed. I find them on me in my bathroom. I find them on me everywhere, and I'm just trying to do my work, and it's constantly being annoying. I've squished like maybe 30 a day for the past,
Have you
2
tried
months.
bug spray?
Yes, we've
Have
tried
you
bug spray,
tried-
we've tried ant poison, we've tried other kinds of ant poison. They are immune. These ants have, like, overcome the odds. They just eat the poison and continue to live. I don't know
They
how.
are feeding off this
They
poison.
literally do. The poison is supposed to be like a food source for them that they take back to their queen and kill the whole thing. They eat it. They're like, could use more pepper, and then they just keep going. They don't die from it. So either there's just new colonies coming in
You
to
tried
replace the
adding
old
more
ones
pepper
every
to it.
time. No, I haven't tried that. But anyway, so these
Could
ants
be
are
a
immortal,
marauder
and
ants.
McKay's deciding she might not want to take the room after all. But we'll see.
Hey,
I'm
I
sure
don't
you
blame
get
her.
rid of
This
the
could be
ant.
your streaming room, as it already is.
I mean, you mean her streaming room? She wants to turn it maybe into a like sewing room.
Sewing room?
Yeah, something like that.
Jinx,
If
you owe
she-
me
It
nothing.
could just be a project
You owe
room.
me
You
No.
owe me a single hug. An
Oh.
entire elevator cuddle.
For 10 hours?
Um,
Yeah, for 10 hours.
That's
stay in an elevator for 10 hours and cuddle.
there was a
That's an inside joke. I'm sorry. You would not understand, but it is true.
It's not fun being stuck in an elevator.
I haven't actually been stuck in an elevator, so I wouldn't know.
I have, but it was only for 5 hours and I cried the whole time.
Aww.
was
You were
during a
with your
hurricane.
family as well.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, it was with my family.
Yeah, I was with strangers.
Oh, you poor
they,
thing.
They
was
one of them
all
was like, "Do you want to watch Rick and Morty?" I was like, "I've never seen Rick and Morty." And then they
And did you
played me
watch
the
it all?
first Yeah, they played us the first episode of Rick and Morty. We got like halfway through before the elevator fixed itself.
Oh, really? Ours was like 5 hours. That's pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, these elevators broke every single day. So
Why did you use that elevator?
I was on the 11th floor.
I see. Is your stream done, Ray?
Maybe he's muted to say goodbye to his stream.
That's probably what happened. Well,
Of course, muting is foolish because